Welcome to Exposed News Outlet, where we shed light on topics that matter most. My name is Andrea. Today, we're talking about epidemic outbreak at the Dilley ICE facility, confirmed, not rumored, as if it wasn't bad enough. Before we do, if I could just ask if you could please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It helps to get the message out. Be sure to select all for notifications so you get all my updates. And please like the video and share it on your platforms to get the message out. Really helps out a lot. Thank you. Without further ado, let's get to the news. This is not a movie. This is not a history class. This is happening right now in the United States. A measles outbreak has now been confirmed inside a family immigration detention facility in Dilley, Texas. The facility that Jasmine Crockett just visited. I hope she's doing okay. Children are being held there. Little Liam was just there, and luckily he was able to be freed, but there's still hundreds, if not thousands more. Families are being held there in crowded conditions during a contagious outbreak. Let that sink in. And sadly, most of these facilities right now hold around 3,000 people. They're trying to build or buy up these warehouses and former Amazon warehouses that could fit up to 10,000 people. That's just wrong. Across the country, communities are pushing back. People are demanding the following. ICE agents follow constitutional law. No more warrantless raids. No racial profiling. Transparency. Accountability. Body cameras. Those are simple things that should be common sense. But they're not with this regime. Because when government power operates in the shadows, rights disappear first.
Sarah, this morning, everything has come to a grinding halt at the Dilley Correction Facility after measles were reported there.
Yeah, it comes just one day after a 5-year-old boy and his father from Minnesota were released from ICE custody in Dilley. Right now, we want to get to KENS 5's Rania Kaur joining us live with more on that. Rania.
Bariadji, there are 2 confirmed cases of measles at the ICE detention center in Dilley. Now, ICE says they would not have released 5-year-old Liam Conejo Ramos and his father if there was any risk of exposure. Both Liam and his father are vaccinated and had a full medical exam before they were released from ICE custody. The Department of Homeland Security states that all detainees are being monitored and they're taking, quote, appropriate and active steps to prevent any further infection. Congressman Joaquin Castro had just visited the facility last week. He has been a huge advocate for Liam and his father and was supposed to visit the ICE detention center in Dilley this upcoming Friday. That visit was canceled because of the measles cases. In a statement, his office highlighted ongoing concerns about conditions, saying, quote, the detainees described the inhumane and horrific conditions at Dilley Detention Center to the congressman and our staff. There is unreliable access to medical care and a negligent disregard for babies, kids, women, and men when they are sick and suffering. Let's be clear, ICE is entirely responsible for these conditions. Now we'll be following the story and bringing you the latest on air and online. Reporting live, Rania Kaur, KENS 5.
Protests are growing, even in conservative areas. Local residents, faith leaders, parents, veterans, standing outside detention facilities saying, quote, this is not who we are, end quote. Some towns are rejecting expansion plans for large-scale detention sites. Communities don't want warehouses turned into mass holding centers and concentration camps. It's really not that hard to comprehend, especially when they said they were going after the worst of the worst, and the statistics have come out that only 7% of who they've incarcerated are that criteria. The rest don't even have a record.
of Donald Trump's presidency. But costs haven't gone down in the United States of America. Costs have gone up under failed Republican policies. Housing costs are out of control. Grocery costs are out of control. Healthcare costs are out of control. Utility bills are out of control. And child care costs are out of control. The affordability crisis in the United States of America is very real. Republicans have failed to lower the high cost of living. And as a result of the Trump tariffs, costs are going up by thousands of dollars per year on everyday Americans. Democrats remain committed to driving down the high cost of living, to fixing our broken healthcare system, and to ensuring that we have immigration enforcement policies in this country that are fair, just, and humane. Republicans have failed America on affordability, on health care, on immigration enforcement, and they have failed to make life better for the American people. Questions?
Thank you. It's looking increasingly likely that there might need to be some sort of short-term stopgap for DHS with the deadline approaching at the end of the week and no agreement in place yet. I'm just curious if there's any chance you would vote for or allow your members to vote for a short-term CR to do a clean extension of DHS just to give more time for negotiations to take place.
ICE is out of control right now. The American people know it, and ICE clearly needs to be reined in. Taxpayer dollars should be used to make life more affordable for everyday Americans, not brutalize and kill American citizens. Our position has been clear. Dramatic changes are needed at the Department of Homeland Security before a DHS funding bill moves forward. Period. Full stop.
Thank you, Mr. Leader. As these negotiations are happening, the Homeland Security Committee will hold an oversight hearing tomorrow where they'll hear from the heads of ICE, CBP, and USCIS. What do you think the heads of these agencies need to say to the American people to, communicate that they understand the gravity of your demands, the gravity of the moment? You all say that ICE needs to be reined in. You have very, very obvious concerns about what's happening in terms of the president's immigration policies. What do you need to hear from some of his administration officials tomorrow at this hearing to let you know that your message is getting through, at least to the administration?
Donald Trump and the administration promised that their immigration enforcement policies were going to target violent felons. They lied to the American people. The Trump administration is not targeting violent felons, they're targeting American citizens, communities throughout this country, and law-abiding immigrant families. The American people know that ICE is completely and totally out of control. They've gone too far and need to be reined in. At the hearing this week, Trump administration officials should apologize to the American people for using their taxpayer dollars to unleash wicked brutality on the American people, and in some cases, kill them in cold blood, like Renee Nicole Good and Alex Preddy. The administration also needs to commit to the dramatic changes that Democrats have forcefully put on the table, including but not limited to mandatory body cameras, judicial warrant requirements, no masks, an end to roving patrols that are brutalizing American communities, no racial profiling, no targeting of sensitive locations like schools, hospitals, houses of worship, and polling sites, and independent investigations to ensure that when ICE officials break the law, state and local officials can investigate them and prosecute anyone who has committed a crime in the United States of America. House and Senate Democrats have clearly transmitted to the American people and clearly transmitted to the White House and our colleagues in the House and the Senate the types of dramatic changes that need to occur at the Department of Homeland Security before a funding bill moves forward this Friday, and we're still waiting to hear back from the White House. Which shows to me that these extremists aren't serious.
This isn't about politics anymore. This is about human rights, public health, due process, and what kind of country we are becoming. When children are getting sick behind fences, when families are locked up during disease outbreaks, when force is used against protesters asking for oversight, people start asking, who is this system really protecting? History shows us something important. Injustice doesn't grow overnight. It grows when people look away, when they think it doesn't affect me, until it does. And by then, it's usually too late. Call to awareness, not violence. Americans across the political spectrum are speaking out, not for chaos, not for violence, but for law, transparency, and basic human dignity. Because the Constitution doesn't turn off at a detention gate. And children don't stop being children because of immigration status. The question right now isn't left versus right. It's simple. Do we accept this, or do we demand better? Thank you for watching till the end. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. I have many more videos coming, so watch for them this week. And be safe out there. Peacefully protest. Don't allow them to try to force a martial law, etc., etc. But also, if I could just ask if you could please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Be sure to like it, select notifications and all, so you get all my updates. And please share this video on your channels so people can learn the facts. Truth telling isn't easy. And there's too much propaganda out there. So thank you, everyone. As always, be kind to yourselves and be kind to others.